Welcome back to The Race here in Las Vegas. I'm Chris Stewart, and in the mass shooting that happened here last year, the gunman ended up taking his own life. Much different situation in Oklahoma earlier this year, where two men who were armed were in the right place at the right time and stopped a shooter when he opened fire inside a restaurant. Nicole Val talked to one of those men who say they were able to stop this shooter before this situation got worse.
I'm gonna turn left to get on the highway. I noticed a bunch of people running from the restaurant. I told my wife, I was like, something's wrong, that doesn't look right.
What was supposed to be a Memorial Weekend getaway for Brian Whittle took him on a detour here to Louis Bar and Grill in Oklahoma City, a detour that turned deadly.
When I pulled in the parking lot right here, I stopped right here and I got out, and there was an individual here who was telling me that the people were shot.
Police say a mentally ill man wearing ear and eye protection opened fire in the crowded eatery. Whittle, with his 19 years military experience and 7 deployments under his belt, grabbed his loaded pistol from his truck.
When I got here and started yelling at him, he turned to face me. And so when he faced me is when I was trying to get him to put it down and then waved my arm at him, and that's when he raised up to fire at me.
2 shots swirled in his direction. He knew he had to stop the threat.
When I got about right here, I saw him standing there, and as soon as I saw him, I just kept firing. Just pop, 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 pop.
A second armed civilian ran to help Whittle. The gunman was dead.
In this situation, I didn't have really time to think. I just reacted.
Under the self-defense statute, he was cleared of all criminal charges. The story earning him the title of good guy with a gun, a story he wants others to hear.
I don't think that there should be any roadblocks that impede your Second Amendment.
He says no one should tamper with the rights of an American citizen or take away anyone's ability to defend and protect.
You'll end up in a situation similar to this and not be able to do anything but hide and cower behind a car. It's just like any other tool. If you have the right tool, you can fix anything. So I just happen to have the right tool for the right problem.
For The Race, I'm Nicole Val reporting.
Now, the gun lobby, that can be a powerful force in politics. These numbers from PolitiFact illustrate direct contributions to candidates. You can see pro-gun contributions far outpaced pro-gun control in the last midterm. Then the pro-gun spending went way up for the presidential race. Now, though, both sides are much closer in their contributions, and the pro-gun donations dropped significantly. Now, the one pro-gun group that we do hear a lot about is the NRA. And there's a new poll that came out that talked to both gun owners and non-gun owners that found something really interesting when it comes to the NRA. Here's Newsy's Eugene Daniels.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a topic more polarizing than the NRA and guns in America.
You're either funding the killers or you are standing with the children.
As trying to blame 5 million innocent law-abiding gun owners all across the country for this.
No blaming here.
No, there has been.
I know, but there has been.
But how do everyday Americans who don't end up on cable news feel about the largest gun rights group in the country? Well, Newsy and the polling firm Ipsos went out and asked more than 2,000 gun owners and non-gun owners about their thoughts, and some of the answers might surprise you. For instance, you might think that most NRA supporters would be gun owners themselves, but our poll found that's not really the case. 59% of respondents who support the group don't actually own any guns. A talking point on cable news and Twitter is that people who are anti-NRA want to go around snatching guns out of everyone's hands. But our poll found the opposite. 60% of respondents who aren't fans of the NRA still think civilians should, quote, be allowed to purchase, operate, and carry handguns. And it's not just non-gun owners or anti-NRA folks that surprised us. 38% of gun owners surveyed think the NRA is stopping politicians from writing meaningful gun control laws, and 42% of that same group think we would have a safer country if there were stricter gun control laws. Gun control and gun rights advocates don't agree on much, at least not in large numbers. But our poll found there might be less disparity between the groups on certain aspects of the debate.
Well, you don't have to have kids to get upset when you hear about school shootings. And when the race continues from Las Vegas, we're going to be taking a look at one school using some of the newest technology to keep its students safe. They say it's a small price to pay to potentially save a life.